Hey you, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. As always, it's Saba, and in today's video I'm going to be telling y'all the story of why I quit Amazon basically after 2 weeks. Hold on, let me shut my door. You would think when people know you're recording they would stop talking so loud, but whatever. I was going to, you know, try to look a little bit cuter. As y'all can see, I have rollers in my hair or whatever, but I genuinely have not been feeling it lately. Not even lately, like just yesterday and today. Like I haven't.
Recording?
Yeah. I just been in a funk or whatever, but I'm here to tell y'all about why I quit Amazon. Full disclosure, I am going back to Amazon. I'm not going back to the warehouse that I worked at when y'all saw the clips of July. I'm going to a different one. Hopefully it's better, but yeah, this should be short and sweet. My schedule was Sunday to Wednesday. So week 1, I worked Sunday, Monday, left early Tuesday, didn't work on Wednesday. I did not go in. Amazon gives you a certain numbers of unpaid time and a certain numbers of PTO. I cannot remember how much of each, but I used my PTO and got paid for that Wednesday. Also, I believe I used my PTO and got paid for that Tuesday that I didn't work. Like I said, Amazon has really good perks. What I'm speaking of is benefits, but I like the word perks, so I feel like they got good perks, right? Week 2, I worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, didn't go in Wednesday. I had a young male manager, as I said in my video from yesterday. I have male friends. So when I talk to men in general, I don't always think like, oh, they find me attractive or, oh, they trying to talk to me or anything like that. Because again, I have male friends. I don't know if my male friends find me attractive or not, but at this point in our lives, I feel like we've been friends for a very long time. I don't think they do. I feel like they look at me as like their little brother. I feel like that's how men see me. I don't know. Like, so when people tell me, oh, you're very beautiful, you're pretty, blah, 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 I don't feel, for whatever reason, I don't feel like the world sees me like that. So whenever I say thank you, I always say it very like either surprised or, you know, for whatever. It's just genuine. It's a genuine thank you. Like I didn't come out the house thinking I was A1 and you seeing that I am, and thank you. Praise the Lord. This guy never told me that I was cute. He never, like, in my opinion, he never like really flirted or anything like that. I've been a manager before, so I've talked to employees before. I've been around employees. Like, when you managing people, you should try to build some type of rapport with them, right? So that's what I thought we was doing. I made a friend there, quote unquote. I don't even remember what her name was. I don't even know. So me and her was chilling or whatever. You know, we were cool. So she asked me, because I was going to go get something from somewhere up towards the front of the warehouse. And she asked me to go to like the nurse part and get her some, oh, I was getting a Band-Aid. She asked me to get her some ibuprofen because she was having a headache or something like that. So I went there and my manager was in there and he was like, is everything okay, Saba? And I was like, yeah, everything's fine. I'm just getting the Band-Aids for my feet and the ibuprofen is for somebody else. And he was like, okay, well, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, great. Thanks for asking. So I feel like that was one of the first times that I interacted with him, right? I probably had to interact with him before that for him to know that my name was Saba, but I can't remember. One of the next times I was going to the front because I wanted to get a snack or something. And he was walking, I was going to the front and I guess he was coming towards the back of the warehouse. So he like, basically, what am I doing? I told him I'm getting a snack. Oh, you know, we have break rooms and vending machines, like basically in the ship dock area. And I was like, no, like I'm not from around here. Nobody told me that. And he was like, oh, you telling me my learning ambassadors didn't give y'all a real tour? And I was like, they absolutely did not. Like, they gave us a tour, but I didn't know what they was showing us. Like, I didn't know where I was at in the warehouse. So I don't remember what they showed us, and I doubt they did anyway. He went through, he showed me where the warehouse, he showed me where the stuff was in the warehouse. Perfect. It turned out there was a break room like right in our area, so I didn't have to walk all the way up to the front, which is fine. It's fine, great. The second week that I was there, that's when me and him like talked a little bit more. Like, I was building walls and trucks more. Basically, when you build a wall, you literally, they bring the cages to you in the truck, the water spiders, and the person in the truck building the wall is taking the boxes, putting them in the truck as tall as they can, you know, blah, 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 like that. You build a wall, you fill all the gaps, whatever. So I was in the trucks building walls. The first time I was in the trucks building walls, it was chilling, like nobody was bothering me, nothing. Fine, great. The second time I was in there building the truck, I think that's when he came, building the wall. That's when he came in there and told me, hey Saba, like, you're gonna have to check in with me every single time you're done building the wall. When you put a cage or a cart in the truck, you, like, the cage or the cart has like a slip in it. That's the thing that they scan to know where it goes. So he basically told me to bring my finished cart slips to him so that he knows how many carts I have done. Fine. From what I saw, he was telling everybody to check in with him. So I didn't think anything of it. Whatever. So that's when I basically told somebody, basically, like, I don't want to build no walls no more, because it honestly was getting on my nerves, him telling me to, like, check in with him, because this is not the first time I had built the walls. This probably, like I said, it was like the second, but it probably wasn't. Maybe it was like the third time. I built some walls in the first week. And now that I think back on it, I really was not there that long. But anyway, all them other times, I didn't have to check in with nobody. So it's like, I literally could just go from truck to truck. Is cages in here? Is carts in here? Okay, great. I'll put the boxes out. Like, it's fine. It's not that hard. So I'm like, okay, let me not build no walls no more. I'll just go back on the line. Let's call the area manager Tyler. Me and Tyler, like a day after, whatever day after that, I was in the truck building walls. He came, he asked me if I needed help. I said no. And he basically was like, he gonna help me anyway. So then he was helping me build a wall. He was asking me about me. I think I told him that I like had an associate's degree. He was telling me like, oh, you know, Amazon offers you stuff to get your bachelor's degree. So you might want to look into that, because you can make more money as an area manager, and you need to have a bachelor's degree to be an area manager. I don't think that's true. I think if you work at Amazon for long enough, you could be an area manager, but whatever. But we was just chit-chatting here and there, blah, 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 blah. So the point of the matter is, the reason why I quit, number one, I was getting bruised up by the boxes. I showed y'all a picture in the video from yesterday. Number two, I was sleeping a lot, and I was working nights. My husband was working mornings, and it just wasn't a good schedule for our daughter. Number three, which was the biggest reason, was because the manager, Tyler, he was trying to talk to me. Like, the manager was trying to talk to me. I'm in the truck. I think at some point I clearly had told him that I might quit, because this was getting to be a bit much. I honestly told him that I might quit because I also wanted to ask him if I could switch my schedule to the days that I wanted, but I didn't get around to doing that. So at some point in my journey at Amazon, I told him that I might quit, right? So the last time I was there, I can't remember what day it was. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in November right now. This video is being filmed the day before I'm putting it up. All this stuff happened in July, so I'm kind of like foggy on the dates. On Saturday, I think I put in for some leave. I put in for leave from, I think, Saturday to Wednesday, because, you know, I was trying to get out of work, but not quit. So I put in for leave, but then I'm like, let me take this leave away. I either went back Monday or Tuesday, I think. I was in the truck. He came in there and was helping me. He was like, so what's up with you? I'm thinking in my head, like, what's up with me? Like, is this man trying to fire me right now? So I'm like, what do you mean? So he basically was like, what's up with you? Like, everybody around here was telling me that you was giving me googly eyes, like you like me. And I'm like, who told you that? Because first of all, I didn't talk to anybody there. The only person I talked to kind of was the learning ambassador, because the girl that I was cool with, I think her name, like, I'm gonna call her Christina. Christina, I think, ended up quitting. Like, Christina quit before me, so I didn't even have no friends in there. Like, me and Christina used to talk about her boyfriend and my husband. But me and one of the learning ambassadors, we talked here and there, because he always was parked near my car. And he also was from Trinidad, and my grandfather's from Trinidad. So, yeah. So, like, I don't know. I didn't talk to anybody else there. So, for him to say that, and plus I'm married. Hello! So, for him to say that I liked him, like, it took me by surprise, because I don't talk to nobody here, and I'm married. Like, what? He said, so what's up, or am I barking up the wrong tree? I'm like, yeah, you're barking up the wrong tree. And at this point, it's like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, I don't want to be here anyway. I'm in this truck with this man in this trailer. Like, it's the trailers, right? So I'm not trying to be mean. I just hurt my neck. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's also like, who do you think you are to even, like, try to talk to me? Like, who do you think you are to try to talk to me? Like, he wasn't ugly, but he wasn't cute. Like, I'm not only saying that he's not ugly because I'm trying to be nice. Like, I don't like calling anybody ugly. Like, that is so rude. But it's like, bro, like, me? No. He didn't even have a personality. Like, what's up? So he's saying people in there told him that I liked him. And I'm like, I thought managers, because that's one of the things they told us in orientation. Like, I was like, I thought managers and like the associates wasn't supposed to like date anyway. He was like, oh, well, you said you was leaving and stuff, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking in my head, this man is like dead serious. Like, cause some part of me is thinking it's like a joke, but he's dead serious. I'm saying I thought managers and associates wasn't supposed to date, and you telling me, oh, you leaving, so, you know, what's it to you? Like, what? At this point, I'm irritated because I'm like, I said, like, the fact that y'all sitting around talking about me is a bit much because I don't even talk to nobody in here. So then I felt like he was like, you know, thinking I was mad, and I wasn't mad, but it's just like y'all, I haven't even been here for that long, and y'all sitting around talking about me. I don't even know none of y'all. So he like, it's not a bad thing. Like, they wasn't talking about you, and I'm like, it's just like, ugh. First of all, I don't even want to be having this conversation. I already told you, like, I'm not here for all that, number one. And I'm telling you that y'all sitting around here talking about me is stupid because it is stupid. Like, I don't need you to tell me that it's not a bad thing. I'm not in high school. Like, I'm probably older than you, bro. Like, so it's like, I don't even want to have this conversation. Like, just leave at this point. Like, just go ahead out the truck. I could do this by myself. Anytime you asked me if I needed help before, I said no. Like, I don't need this right now. I think he literally helped me finish the cage, and as we leaving, he, I think, was trying to tell me who told him that. But at this point, I don't even give a crap. Like, I don't care. After that, I'm fine. Like, I don't have to talk to this man anymore because at this point, it's like every time I talk to him, I feel like he thinks it's something that it's not. So we don't even have to talk anymore. Like, we don't have to have no, you know, banter. We don't have to have no regular conversation. We don't even have to talk about the job for real because there's nothing really to talk about. It's self-explanatory. Maybe an hour or so later, he asks me, or he says something about me transferring to another department. And I'm like, why? Like, why am I transferring? Why you have me on a list to like to train in a new department? And he said, like, I forget what he said. And I was like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? And he was like, oh, I would never, he said something like he would never like steer me in the wrong direction or some stupid shit, something like that. So I'm like, okay, like, whatever. And he was like, oh, well, do you not want to do it? And I'm like, bro, I just said, okay, like, like, leave me alone. Like, okay. So then he comes up maybe half an hour later and is like, oh, well, I took you off the list. And I'm like, okay. Like, at this point, you're like just doing too much. Because it's like, I said okay to you transfer me to another department. And now you're coming back and telling me that you took me off the list to transfer. So it's like, okay. Like, you don't have to keep telling me stuff. Like, okay, I'm just, at this point, I'm like, okay. Like, and I just walked away and I like, was like, okay. So then I think he like was telling me to come back, but I'm like, I'm good. Like, leave me alone. So I'm doing my job, like I'm doing my job, and I'm like taking stuff from a cart and putting it in a cage. No, I'm taking stuff from a cage and putting it in a cart, and I'm standing. What them things is called? Yeah, I'm taking stuff from a cage and putting it in a cart. Sorry, y'all. I'm using my little pen, so I'm all over the place. I'm standing on the cage because I'm done, right? And you have to close up the cage. So then he comes up to me and is like, oh, be careful standing on the cage because we don't want you to get hurt. And I'm just like, okay. Like, okay. How many times in the next however long I'm here are you going to come up and say something to me? We already had this awkward interaction in the truck. I'm good. I'm not mad about it. Like, you try to talk to me, you shot it. You missed. Your shot is gone. The window is closed. It's over. Like, stop talking to me. He never came and talked to me this much ever the whole time I was there. Like, leave me alone. All of this had to have happened before he tried to talk to me before I got on break. When I got on break, I told my friends about it and I was telling them like, ew, like, what the freak? When I got off break, that's when all that other stuff happened. With him telling me transfer and then not transfer and then the cart. So I said to myself, like, if this man says something else to me, I'm leaving. Like, that's it. My feet hurt. I'm tired. I don't want to be here anyway. I tried to put myself on leave, but then I felt weird about it because I didn't know if it was going, be approved or not. So whatever. I saw some boy with wired earphones in. Literally, I saw the wires from his earphones going into his shirt. So I'm like, forget it. I'm going to put one of my AirPods in so that, I could listen to some music to get me through this shift. And I said to myself, if this man says something to me about these AirPods, I'm out. Because I literally just seen the boy with earphones in. So I'm going down the floor to the other side to get another cart. Lo and behold, from 40 feet away, Saba. And I'm like, oh, you got to take the air. I think he called me over. oh, yeah, we can't have AirPods in, it's a safety hazard. I'm like, okay. So I kindly walks away, takes my ear. I don't even think I took my AirPod out. I think I was talking to my husband at this point. I didn't even take my AirPod. I'm like, okay. I left. I clocked out. I left, never to return again. I ended up telling HR because I wanted to see if I could transfer to a different warehouse. Like, the money was so good. The money was good. I could cash out half my money every day. They had free, because one time I was nauseous in there because I was drinking like matcha and stuff. For whatever reason, matcha sometimes makes me nauseous. So they had like nausea medicine. Like I said, they had Band-Aids. You need ibuprofen. They got you. I don't take ibuprofen, but they literally have everything you could possibly need in here. You have to pay for the food, but they have everything. They had kombucha. They had probiotic drinks. It was like heaven. It wasn't heaven, but you know. So I wanted to see if I could transfer to another warehouse. I talked to HR. It ended up being that there were, oh my God! It ended up being that there were no available, I guess, spots in the warehouses that I was talking to the lady about. I also talked to her about changing my schedule, but I think they had something for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I wasn't trying to work every Saturday and Sunday. Like, no. If I switched to day shift, I couldn't do that because my husband was working days. So it just wasn't going to work out. I was fine still working with him after he tried to talk to me. I was fine. Like, I could have stayed there if he would have just left me alone. But he just couldn't. Like, he just couldn't. And it's just, I couldn't do it. I don't have to work under those conditions. I don't have to keep talking to you when I don't have to. You know, I'm not in here doing anything that I wasn't doing before. And then, like, the cage, I, like, just let the thing fall. Now I used to always do that. But now all of a sudden, sound like, can you not do that? Like, can you not do it? It's like, just leave me alone. It's like 20 football fields or something. They said the warehouse is as long as like 20 football fields. I know I'm exaggerating, but it's long. So it's like, you don't even have to be near me. Like, why are you still talking to me? Full disclosure, like I said, I'm going to be in a new warehouse, but you guys are not going to see that footage until December. So Lord willing, I'll have more Amazon videos in December. I know for a fact I'll have the new hire orientation. I vlogged that. I'm going to show y'all the shoes that I got. I'm going to vlog day one. I'm also going to talk about my first check. So I'm going to have more Amazon videos coming in December, but I just did not stay at that warehouse because it was just getting to be a hostile work environment. I don't need that. So that's about it. That's why I quit Amazon. And you can let me know if you would have quit. It just was too much. If I would have went back, I'm sure they would have had a talk with him and he would have just left me alone. But I didn't want to deal with any of that. Like, I didn't want to deal with the backlash or anything like that. Because even the learning ambassador that I talked to here and there, the Trinidadian guy, that day when I was coming back from break or whatever, he was like, yeah, you got the whole ship dock going crazy or something like that. And I'm like, for what? And he like, oh, I'm just telling you. And I didn't even ask him any more about it because, again, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. I don't care. I'm just here to make my little money and go home. I don't care. I don't talk to none of y'all. I don't dress for none of y'all. I don't put my hair in whatever style for none of y'all. I don't put on lip gloss for none of y'all. I don't drink my water for none of y'all. I'm here for me. So, and none of y'all even talk to me. So it just was weird. It just was getting weird. So that's that. I hope the story made sense. Like I said, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to do your good deed of the day and like this video. And if you're so inclined, you can also subscribe for extra cool points, extra blessings, extra kudos. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.